Welcome to the Bob Mayer Survival Broadcast. Today I'm going to cover 20 things that you should put in your day pack that makes it a basic grab-and-go bag. This is what I carry every other day when I take the dogs into the woods and just go for a walk through there. It may seem extreme, but first off, it's a good workout. We used to ruck much heavier rucksacks when I was in Special Forces. But this is something you throw in the back of your car and you've got enough to survive on for a couple of days if you need to. So it's being prepared. You fall in the woods. Are you hiking in some place where there's other people? Are you going to be alone? You never know what's going to happen, and this will keep you prepared. And if you leave it in the back of your car or in the trunk of your car, you've got a basic grab-and-go bag all the time. If you go to my website, click on this box here, it'll get you a Word document that's got links to everything I talk about here, including free apps, websites, places of interest you should go to. So you start with the pack itself. I did a lot of research, and I'm used to carrying a big low alpine ruck. Was the last thing we used in Special Forces, and before that an Alice large ruck. But this is a good day pack here, the Osprey. It's amazing how light it is, and what I like is because I live in a temperate area, it keeps it off your back there with that mesh, so you're not sweating as much. So an Osprey Stratus 24. Here's what they all look like when you lay them out. I'll go through each one bit by bit and explain why I carry it. Water. Water is about the number one priority for you. 4 full 500 milliliter water bottles, Morphin hot water. I carried that 2-quart green canteen from my time in the Army. And for a day trip, I put a water bottle in one of the 2 mesh pockets on the outside. Water purification, a life straw or a bottle of purification tablets in the green canteen. I have a packet on the outside of the carrier. I throw in some portable aqua pills just in case I need more water. Lighters and matches. I'm a big believer in lighters and matches. The plasma one on the left is pretty cool. It can be a lighter. It also is a flashlight, and as you'll see later, you carry a solar battery pack. You can recharge it. But I also carry waterproof matches in a container. Power, I carry this solar charge pack. The one I recommend has the cables built into it. It's nothing worse than having a solar battery pack and you can't hook it up to your phone or to your plasma lighter or whatever else you want to hook it up to. Food is not as important as people think it is. I carry power bars, but I'm not that worried about food on a day trip. It's up to you. It's a personal item. Shelter and rope. I love bivy sacks and emergency sleeping bags. A bivy sack, it can seal up. It's better than one of those survival blankets because those are just a blanket that's loose. This bivy sack, you can zip it up and you're inside of it, and it keeps you dry, and you'll be amazed at how warm it keeps you. And of course, the infamous parachute cord, 550 cord, useful in a lot of different ways. One quick note: when you use parachute cord, use the lighter on each end of wherever you cut. It melts and then it seals so it doesn't unravel on you. I carry a Leatherman Wave on my belt all the time. You see it there on the right side, and it also carries a single AAA flashlight. I use that on a daily basis. I always carry that. Lights, I'm a big fan of a headlamp if you need to walk at night in an emergency, but even when you need to do anything, keep both hands free, get a good headlamp. A rechargeable one can work off of your battery pack in an emergency, or you can get a heavier one that has the batteries in it. And the pen light I've already shown you. First aid kit, again, personal. I carry this Medkit 7, but I add a lot of stuff to it. It's personalized. Over time, I've realized the things I need. And again, this gets back to doing an area study, which I'll talk about, where you evaluate yourself. For example, right now I'm on blood thinner, so something like a quick clot bandage here is really important to me. If I got cut, I bleed, and you want to stop the bleeding really quickly. So a trauma pack. I like carrying medical scissors to cut things with. They work really well. A splint, boonie cap, or a watch cap. You lose most of your heat through your head. A watch cap is invaluable. A boonie cap keeps things off your head, puts you in shade, keeps you from getting sunstroke. I like these gloves. You can use a touch screen with them. I use them for biking, walking in the woods. Just cover your hands up, moving bushes out of your way as you're walking. A knife, you don't need a big Rambo survival knife. Basically, a survival knife that has a few things in it. A single mirror helps. Physical map and a compass. I know you got that app on your phone. I have links to apps on my website, but you want to carry a physical map of wherever you're at and a compass to tell you which way is which. I'm not going to get into this too much. I highly recommend the Gaia app, GPS app, and downloading your tiles for the area you're going to be at before you get in there in case you don't have access to Wi-Fi, or a cell phone coverage. Rain jacket, sunscreen, and bug juice, pretty self-explanatory. It can really save you a lot of trouble. You don't want to get sunburned. You don't want to get eaten alive. And an oversized rain jacket. Full body wipes, just in case you have a little bit of emergency out there. I carry them in Ziploc bags. I also carry $20 in cash, just in case. This is personal, but I go a lot of places where there isn't cell phone coverage. I carry a SpotX two-way satellite messaging system. Works really well for checking in. It also has an SOS, even here in the Smoky Mountains, but especially out west. If you're going to be out like in southeast Utah, forget it. You're not getting a cell phone signal out there, and this could save your life. I got stuck one time 120 miles from nowhere with my clutch burning out on my Jeep. Something like this, it can be a lifesaver. So there's all the gear again laid out, and it all fits in that pack I showed you at the beginning, the Stratos pack. There's a checklist of all the items. And by the way, this presentation is on my website, the slideshow, free on my website on the workshops page. And you adjust depending on where you live. Again, QR code to where all the stuff is at. Area Study Workbook, Preparation Survival Guide. I've shown all this before. And that's my website right there. I hope you find this useful, and make sure to like it and recommend it to other people if you like it. That's Bob Mayer's Survival information.